Hi friends!
Hey!
Thank you for coming back to see us here at Shauni and Mondi. I am Shauni.
And I'm Mondi.
And we're the owners of UrbanWellBred.com.
That's right.
Today,
Yes.
we have a very special show, one that is very near and dear to our hearts,
Yes.
one that we have lived through personally and
Yes.
come out on the other side of.
Yes.
Survive and thrive homelessness with no job. Stay right there. We'll be right back. Survive and thrive homelessness with no job. Okay. We have been through this one ourselves. We know this one very, very personally.
Intimately.
And very intimately. And we want to share this with you guys and share how we came out of that situation together.
Yes.
And we had two small children at the time.
That's right.
It's not a situation that only poor people get in.
No.
You know, people that have money get it. As a matter of fact, at the time that it happened to us, just maybe a year or so prior, we were doing very well financially. You know, he at one time had worked for as a financial advisor for Merrill Lynch.
True.
I was managing a government federally funded program.
True.
So the checks was good. You know, the checks was coming in, and he later joined me in that. So the checks were coming in, but those things ended. He lost his during the financial crisis, and the government program that we were both in ended very abruptly. Okay, but at this time we had a home; it was paid for. You know, we had savings. But what we did, the mistake that we made, was we were living far beyond what we should have been, right?
And I knew better.
And he knew better. And I knew better. See, this is what I'm saying. The whole thing, it happens to the best of us.
That's right.
Right? We both knew better. Right? But this is why we preach being in the right mind space
Yes.
at all times, and because we were not in the right mind space, because we clearly knew better, right? And we didn't have as much savings as we were supposed to have. We were gone and going out of town and going partying and
It was a mess.
just doing the most. Like, look, y'all ain't got no job,
Right.
okay? So how are you going to, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So towards the end, we were scraping around, trying to find something to put money into. We made the mistake of trusting a family member and putting our house up in a business venture of theirs. And we thought, it's safe. I mean, they put theirs up as well,
Yes.
right? So we thought, nobody's gonna want to lose theirs either. So we thought that we were safe. You know, we invest in that, and then we would get some residuals.
And sidebar, this person was pretty well known for making pretty good deals.
Yes. Okay, so then, needless to say, it didn't work out.
No.
They didn't pay the loan back.
No.
We ended up losing our house.
Sure did.
Literally, we were like, I don't know, it was like a Tuesday or something, a Monday or Friday or Wednesday, one of those days. We were just sitting in the house, and here comes the sheriff. Bang, 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 bang. You got to get out, huh?
Say what?
Say what now? You got to get out. Yeah, this is literally what happened. At this time, we literally had like $150.
Yeah.
We had luckily been selling online to kind of stay afloat, but literally we had like $150.
Yeah.
And we had to go like that fast, and it was insane. Okay, so what we did, we took all of the things that we knew were valuable and packed them in the car. We took some of the kids' things so they could be comfortable. We put some of our things at a relative's house, and we got a motel. and we paid for 2 nights. And the first thing that we did after we got those children down was sit down and game plan.
And that's the first thing that you need to do if you're ever faced with that situation.
Absolutely. We game planned the very first night because we knew that we had to move, and we had to move fast.
Yes.
Okay? And we had a box of wires, like
literally a box of wires.
gaming wires,
controllers,
and like 2 NES
USB
Nintendo
cords.
It was bugged. It was bugged out. Like we were literally like had.
And the reason why we had these wires is because we went to the Salvation Army.
Yes.
And when you go to the Salvation Army, you can buy these things in bulk during their auction process. And so that was what came in the box, or the bin, as they say, was a box of wires.
Yes, and a few game pieces, but the games we had already sold at this point, and we paid bills at this point. So all we had was like the scraps that was left, and like $150. So we paid for 2 nights, and we game planned, right? We started. The first thing we did, guys. Now, if you're in this situation, take all of your valuables, even if they're broken electronics, like Apple laptops, Apple iPads, Galaxy, if they're of value, take it. If they're electronics that are broken or half broken or screen broken, whatever, take it. Because what we found was that even those broken things were selling on eBay, okay? Right. Old things that we thought that would never sell was selling on eBay. And I'm talking about like old boom boxes.
Yes.
Right?
Old tape deck boom boxes.
Old tape deck boom, all old
VCRs.
laptops, old VCRs, all that sort of thing was selling on eBay. Now, when you're trying to figure out what to sell on eBay, what you want to do is not look at the things that are listed for sale.
Don't get caught in that.
Don't do it, because folks, I mean, we were auto dealers that, later on as well, and this people got caught up in what everybody else was listing things for. And we was selling fast because we knew the game because of what we had done on eBay. So what you do is you go to sold listing, go to the filters and click on items that are sold, okay? And you click on that because you want to see what they were listed for, when they were listed, and how fast they sold.
That's right.
Okay? Now, what you want to do is find the ones that sold the fastest, and you want to price right under that.
That's right.
Okay, you'd be surprised at the things that sells. Okay, and if you got the time and the patience, you can literally break these old computers down, these old boom boxes down, and the parts could sell for way more than the whole unit itself. I'm telling you.
Some of the parts is worth more than the whole.
Than the whole by itself. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
You could sell screws out of a laptop, like a package of screws. Get what I'm saying? You could sell pretty much anything in the electronic realm. You get what I'm saying? You can. Now, ways to do this. Where did we go to get some of these things? Because we found out. What did we find out about the doggone PS1s?
Oh my gosh! So we stumbled upon the PS1s. We found out that those, at the time, which was what year was that?
That was 2013.
2013. That those PS1s were selling big in other countries.
Yeah.
And so there was a high demand for PS1s at that time. Broken, not working.
Non-working.
I mean, there was high demand, and we just happened to be in that time period in the sweet spot when that demand was needed. And so we went to flea markets.
Yeah. We were selling them for $40 a pop at the time. Broken. Literally, we were calling people, going on Craigslist, going to flea markets, going to check your Salvation Army options.
Yes.
They generally auction off electronics and things like that.
People throw those things away all the time.
People was throwing them away. Or people would sell them to us for $5.
Yes.
Most we would sell was $10 we would pay for. And we was turning those things over and we was paying for our motel room every single night.
Yes. Keep in mind, we were in a motel room that demanded that we have, what, how much was it?
$40 every night.
$40
And we had to
every
feed kids. We didn't have no government assistance.
No government assistance. So we needed to make money every single night.
Day. So then what we did, we went to what was it? The where we got the phones from that first time?
Pawn shop.
Pawn shops.
Yes.
Pawn shops also sell broken things for cheap, or sometimes they'll give them away to you for cheap. And a lot of times you can break these things down and sell parts on them. I would recommend like phones and tablets and things that you sell them as a whole, but like old laptops, old computers, old radios, old VCRs, you can break these things down because folks are looking for parts for them.
Yes.
And you could sell them in parts, and you could literally start making money hand over fist.
That's right.
Gaming systems.
Yes.
Non-working gaming systems sell.
Yes.
You guys, they sell. So if you find yourself, I mean, literally, we had like $70 after we paid for the hotel room, okay? So we literally had to go out every day, every weekend, scouting for these things, but we found them so easily.
Yes.
And the highest selling things were the tablets, the Apple and the Galaxy tablets, and phones.
Yes.
Cracked screen phones, you can sell.
Yes.
If you in a situation and you happen to not be able to pay for your phone anymore, and it doesn't work on your carrier anymore, you can sell that.
Yes.
You can sell that. And you could also buy them from other people.
This is true.
Cracked screen, they sell big.
This is very, very true.
Now this, do not, I repeat, do not buy lost or stolen phones, okay? No. There's ways to check that with the carriers themselves. Yes. Do not buy lost or stolen phones, okay?
That's a no-no.
That's a no-no. But you can buy them from people who it might be in the same predicament as you.
They need to generate money.
They need to generate funds. They think that it's a paperweight, and that's a good thing because you can buy them for cheaply and you can sell them for higher prices, like much higher prices on eBay.
Yes.
Side note, sidebar, when you're listing these phones that can't be used on carriers anymore, that are from, now you got to buy these from people who that's their phone now, okay? You have to list this as a bad ESN, and you have to list it for parts, or the buyers will come back and want their money back and all that. We can go on and on and on about this,
yes.
But literally, this is how we got ourselves out of that situation. Selling gaming systems, selling remote controls, selling the wires that went to the gaming systems, selling broken phones, selling iPads, selling broken tablets. Right?
Yes.
And we got to the point where we could pay. Now, my brother had a home that his tenants were not paying for. So we were able to, get into that space after a while of us collecting money and saving money. And we were able to pay him rent there so that we could, 30 days works wonders when you're trying to turn over money really quickly.
Yes. So when you're in a hotel room, you have to get money every day.
Yeah.
If you can get into a home, any space that'll allow you 30 days to pay.
Or even pay your motel for 30 days in advance if you need to.
Yes, if you're able to do that, that will allow you to give you some breathing room, some rest, so that you can focus and generate some more money so that you don't always have to be in hustle mode every single day.
Well, let me tell you, we was in hustle mode every day because we wanted up out of there,
Yeah,
okay? And we had 2 little babies there as well.
Yeah.
But what 30 days gives you, it gives you time to turn that money over. And so instead of having to pay it out every day, it gives you an opportunity to turn that money over and over again, and you'll make more money in that time space, and instead of having to take the money, because you can take it and reinvest it instead of having to pay for that motel every day. You can take that same money and reinvest it and turn money over and over, and before you know it, you'll have enough money to move up out of there. And if you want to keep going with it, if you have a job or found a job and you want to keep that as a side hustle, I mean, you can really grow, because that's exactly what we did. And we were essentially running the business, so we had to file our taxes. We had 2 small children.
This is true.
We got a few $1,000s back from taxes. We turned that over into becoming auto brokers, auto dealers, and we literally grew from that point on. But what we did also was grew our minds.
Yes.
We stuck together during that point. We were like, we got to hustle. We got to get this done. We had to get up out of here. And we had to grow our minds doing that process. Yes. And we learned to get along better. We learned that we were stronger. We learned that we had to keep focused. We learned that we had to keep our mind in a positive mind space. At all times. And we were able to not only survive homelessness with no job, but we were able to thrive. So if we could do it, we know that you could do it too.
That's right, guys. And I think this is a perfect place to end it. Although, do we have a part 2?
You know what? At a later date,
we're gonna give him. We got to give him more, because it's just so much.
At a later date, we are. We're gonna talk about at that point where we took those monies and became an auto broker. We can tell you the dealer, the adventures of being an auto dealer. We're gonna definitely do that in the near future.
So bottom line, guys, is we did a little bit of arbitrage in there, in the eBay arbitrage. You can look that up. That's a big thing nowadays, but we were doing it before it was popular.
Right.
So I would suggest that if you find yourself in that situation, and you're with someone, you guys need to bond together.
Yeah.
Pull together, pull tight.
And if you by yourself, almost even better sometimes, because you don't have to deal with another person. Well, I find it where you don't have to deal with another person, because I was used to working alone.
Yeah.
But when we got together, we had to bond in that way. And we weren't bonding in that way because we were both strong-minded people used to doing things our own way. But that situation brought us together and taught us that we could do more together than we could apart.
Absolutely, guys. And I think that's really good. That's really good.
You wanted to kiss me. I know you did. Look.
All right, guys. We want to leave it right here. But if you have any comments, any ideas, what you heard, what you thought about what we just said, drop it in the comments box below. We want to hear from you.
Yes, guys, and please support us if you can. www.urbanwellbred.com. We have nice pullovers. We have nice T-shirts. We have nice sunglasses and jewelry, all that good stuff. www.urbanwellbred.com.
That's right. And please don't forget to like,
and share. And please don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, guys. Peace.